If it didn't, it will show up anytime soon. In doubt, I will still keep commentating. And Leicester are still respectively in P1, P2 and P3 as the McLaren are following by. Sully is in P5 on the mediums. Leo on the soft is in P6 as Pinky gets to stay in P6 as actually Sully and Shamul are overtaking each other, overtaking between the two McLaren teammates as Sully gets ahead and is now in P4, but now Felix is only staying 2 tenths behind the Williams of Pinky as he takes a line more to the outside of turn 3 as he gets as much slipstream as possible from the Williams, but he cannot get past in here. It is too dangerous. The track is already narrow as it is. He needs to find a better corner, but he also can't afford to lose as much time because ahead of Pinky it's 1.8 seconds from Leo in P6. Felix definitely needs to make a move work as quickly as possible, and now as we're talking, Leo is actually chasing Sean Mull for the P5. He's only 3 tenths apart, and both Leo and Shamul will have DRS on the main straight. Sully will get chased by the two, but Leo gets alongside Sean Mull in turn 1. He gets ahead with a dive on the inside, beautifully done, very clean. He's now into P5 and he will be chasing the McLaren of Sully in P4. But now, with 6 laps being done, these softs might actually start to show some sign of tire wear and to actually be slower than the mediums. This is usually the first stages of the race where the tire compounds start balancing each other. Now I haven't mentioned the top 3 in a long time because Rudy and Car Chaser are still battling very close for the race win. Blaster actually is quite far from his teammate. He's still in P3, but he's 3 seconds apart. Blaster is on the softs, so maybe his tire wear already started to show quite earlier than he expected. Felix in the meanwhile still recovering. He's in P7, 1.2 seconds away from Shamul, but it looks like he's gaining real quick on him, but he doesn't have DRS for now on the main straight. He's between the 1 second gap, but still not enough, as Leo actually gets the move down into turn 1 and he's into P4 as we are approaching lap 8 of this Dutch Grand Prix. So we have still the midfield from Felix to Pinky. Then we have Kevin, Bazooka and always provisional back markers for this race, if we don't consider JM and Marco being involved in the incidents at the start of the race. They're all the way down into P14 and 15 with Marco 13 seconds ahead, behind actually JM 25 seconds behind always. Definitely not the race they were looking for, but a safety car anytime could change everything. Now the leaders are only 6 tenths away from each other. Car Chaser is still following very closely, but not enough to make a move yet. What about the drivers below? We have Sully, who has the making up for his bad qualifying. No, actually, I think Leo recovered this qualifying with one shot, but Finlay Pocho, and there's a little bit of contact as Finlay gets past Pocho on the inside, and Pocho with a bit on oversteer. He's in P9 and losing a few tenths of time from Finlay ahead. Not sure if that will be investigated by the stewards because it was a minor contact. But anyway, Rudy still doing a very solid job keeping that P1, and Car Chaser still in P2, and Felix going very slowly around the turn 8. I don't know what happened there. Maybe he got the curb on the exit of turn 8 and had to slow down. If that's the case, glad to see he still kept it on track, because he could have crashed very easily, but he didn't. Still lost the position. Felix is in P8, needs to recover on Finlay, who is in P7 now, but Felix will get the DRS, will get past very easily, as Finlay is actually even out of energy, already using the energy left in his car. His ERS will have to do a lot of work, as Felix gets P7 back quite quickly. Bazooka and Kevin fighting for position for P11 and P12, just the position right below the points. Right now Pinky is getting the last point of the race in P10, but these three are staying very close to each other and battling very close, also very cleanly in this race. But other than that, I don't see any position changes for now. Everyone is surely chasing the drivers ahead of them, but I'm not seeing quite some side to side, wheel to wheel moments. Right now I would say the closest gap is between Leo and Blaster. They are both on the soft tires, and now the softs will definitely be slower than the mediums, but Blaster and Leo have the same tire. They are both out of energy, but Leo has the DRS and he actually gets the outside line for turn 1 and gets ahead, maybe not quite easily, because Blaster still kept it wheel to wheel for a little moment there. But eventually he's now in P4 and he's gonna have to chase Leo to get that podium place back again. But Leo is showing very strong pace right now. And wait, let me see the position change compared to qualifying. Okay, Leo actually definitely had a bad qualifying, because he gained the 9th position, so he was in P12. So great to see how he made it up very quickly, as he's now challenging for the podium. But we are still in the first stint. I would not take any positions for granted, because the strategy, especially with the rain coming at the end, will play a huge part in these race results. Now Cat Racer is closer than ever to Rudy with the DRS on the main straight. Is he gonna make a move? He's going on the inside of turn 1, and it looks like they're still going side by side, and I don't know who's gonna be ahead between Cat Racer and Rudy, but Cat Racer is ahead. He gets the P1, so we're finally seeing some position change for the race win, as Rudy will have to close behind. Is now only 3/10 away. What about the other Ferrari of Felix? Because he's actually getting past Charmol right before turn 6 and is into P6 indeed. Now only 8/10 away from Sully ahead, as he's recovering positions very quickly, as Leo goes wide after turn 8, kept it out of the wall, but still lost a lot of positions, as now Leo and Felix are actually battling for P5. As I predicted, turn 8, very difficult corner to approach, very easy to go out and crash. Luckily they didn't crash, but still it is still quite a scary moment when you go wide at that particular corner. And now it looks like at the lead, Cat Racer is building a bigger gap from Rudy. He will have to wait before making a move again, but moves are being made between Finlay and Charmol, as Finlay with the DRS gets the P7 and Felix is still chasing Leo. Leo, on the very worn out softs, is actually holding up quite well the pace against Felix, who is on the mediums. And at the same time, Felix on the old mediums is holding up well against the older hards of Finlay, because the hards are definitely the fastest tire right now, because they have less tire wear. But there is still quite a gap from Finlay and Felix. The closest battle is between Felix, Leo, Sully and Blaster. Pretty much all of them battling for the podium position, as Sully had a little bit of a slide out of turn 9, and Leo gets ahead actually on the outside and gets ahead very cleanly done. And Felix is is in P6 to actually gain a position as Felix is getting all of the slipstream possible. He goes on the inside of Sully into P5. We have 4 cars battling side by side through turn 1. Felix gets ahead, he's into P5. Now Leo is on the podium getting past Blaster, and now Felix is staying very, very close to Blaster as Blaster slides a little bit at the exit turn 3. There's a little bit of contact on the straight, very minor, but they didn't settle the car. Now Felix very, very fast and very cleanly gets ahead. He's now into P4 as Blaster. That slide cost him quite some time as he is now into P5, needing to defend against Sully and Finlay in P7. And as I'm watching this very close battle in the midfield, Rudy as well is staying closer to Catch Racer compared to the other laps. They're 5/10 apart. Will it be enough with the DRS to get ahead? We don't know, but we'll find out in just a moment. But it looks like it's not enough. So this also means they're quite similar on the wings level, if he's not getting much. Leo is in the pits, and so in Blaster. So the soft runners are coming into the pits right now for the first tire change. As Lucas said, why do the Italians add an A after each word? I mean, that's if you have a strong Italian accent. I definitely have an Italian accent letter instead of adding an A. I don't know actually. Yeah, but it's not like I'm saying as Felix gets an overtake on the McLaren and the stream gets glitched again. Yeah. So just before I restart the stream, let me mention that Leo, Blaster, Shanmul, Pinky and JM are into the pits. Leo and Blaster and Shanmul on fresh mediums, Pinky and JM on fresh hards. And we'll start